Hey everybody watching, welcome to episode 2 of Keeping Up with the Curries, and we have a extremely special guest here today. So I'm going to let them in just a moment, but thank you for those who are joining us right now. We've got, guys, remember the memes, Pooja, what is this behaviour? We have the Pooja from Pooja, what is this behaviour, joining us today, and she's going to share about her success, about her journey. It's going to be incredible. And there's actually a giveaway as well for people who ask the best questions with the best comments. So I'm going to invite Pooja in here right now, and we're gonna get this thing started. So get excited, guys. Buckle up because this is going to be from Pooja. What is this behavior? She's joining us any second now, but it's going to be an absolute brilliant one here. So in the comments below, let us know what are some of the questions that you guys have that you want to ask her. Get some other friends as well. Share this around for people who want to watch, who want to come in and join this one as well. She's going to be with us any second right now as well. But it's good to see so many of you joining in. Good to see a lot of other people as well who are wanting to ask some really awesome questions here. So it's very awesome, guys. So good to be with you guys here. This is our second episode in this series that we're calling Keeping Up with the Curries. Ishan says, hello, nice to meet you. G'day, Ishan. Great to see you join us there, mate. Ishan, where are you from, mate? I'd love to hear a bit from you as well. Let us know in the comments where you're from. Who else is with us here? There we go. There's a lot of people jumping on, wanting to join this one here. Was it staged or natural? That's a good question from Indian Drip. That's one that I think we can definitely ask her. Some very, very good questions coming in on the side here. So here we go. Pooja, welcome. How are you?
I'm all right. Thank you for having me on your live. I'm good. It's early morning here in India. It's 8:30. So yeah, just up and about.
That's awesome. Up and about. It's in the Ava here in Australia. It's in the evening for a lot of our fans in the US. So we've got people from all over the world in our community. But Pooja, for people who would have never heard of you or who've got no idea who you are, can you introduce yourself for us? Pooja, who are you?
Okay, let me introduce myself. So I started off as a model and an anchor, and I anchored on almost all the satellite channels available in India at one point in time. Then I graduated to reality television, wherein I took part in a show called Big Switch, where I was relegated as the first runners up and I walked out. Then I took part in one of the most popular reality shows on TV back here in Asia, not only India, is Big Boss, right? So I participated in Big Boss, and I was even awarded the best entertainer on TV for Big Boss season 5. And then I came back to Pune and I started my own production company. So I made shows like Love Sutra, which is basically a humorous take on relationship issues. It aired on a lot of platforms, from Etisalat in the UAE to Singtel in Singapore to Hangama Play in India to now being aired on an app called Funflix. So all you guys who want to binge watch it, just download Funflix, Phunflix. Then I made another show called Abhi To Party Shuru Hui Hai, which was aired on a channel called E24 back here in India. But I'm looking to re-release it on a good OTT platform because, not many people have seen it. So that, and then recently a meme of mine went viral called Pooja, what is this behavior? And that kind of really got me a lot of love and support from the West, especially Hollywood, because we had actors like Sean Penn and glam girls like Khloe Kardashian quoting my dialogues from the meme on their social media. So that's a very fresh recall of Pooja Misra, for a lot of people overseas. So I'm sure many of you watching would recall me from there. And yeah, that's about it. That's who I am.
Come on, that's so good. Thank you so much for sharing, Pooja. That's awesome and amazing. And I got to touch on the meme that blew up, the meme that so many people on Subtle Curry Traits repost Pooja, what is this behavior? Talk us through it. Talk us through how it happened and what happened after that, and the virality, because it went insane. It went global.
Yes, it did. Okay, so basically, when I had participated in Big Boss season 5, I was being targeted by a lot of co-contestants because you know how it is on reality shows. Everybody's trying to get each other out of the show. So going by that mentality, they all were really cornering me. So I wanted to go into the kitchen and make a snack for myself, and they wouldn't let me. And then eventually, when I did, they kept on coming and dropping these subtle, subliminal, bullying comments on me. And I just kept on going on and ignored it. But then after a point, it just built up inside me and I lost it. I kicked the bin, I broke the broom, and it made history. So, yeah, and that too after a decade of it being filmed. So it did come as a surprise when I got a lot of DMs on my Instagram telling me how huge it had gotten. And I wasn't ready to believe it. I laughed it off. But then when we had Carl Penn and Khloe Kardashian, endorsing the meme, so I kind of figured that, yeah, it's huge overseas. And it's all really very good, the whole meme concept. But, there's an irony to it, which I must talk about, which I've never spoken about before.
Wow.
And yeah, there is a bit of an irony. Brands like Zomato and other brands like these, which are quite well established, have been using the line, Pooja, what is this behavior, on every sale notification. And, they're not letting me trademark my line. They're not letting me monetize my line. I still remember Saint Hopes, this very, very go-to Instagram handle, like Subtle Curries, of course, was really endorsing me, and they're very kind. And they had sent me a message that, Pooja, the way you can monetize this meme is by starting your merchandise. And everybody is selling the merchandise of the meme except for me. So everybody's monetizing it except for me. And they're not even letting me trademark it. So it's really ironic that, there you go. It's supposed to be a huge breakthrough, but it is so shallow that it's like in the actuals of it, it's really not getting me anywhere. So that's the irony of it. But whatever, it got me a lot of eyeballs and people really loved me in it. So I'm grateful. But yeah, there is a flip side to it too.
Absolutely, and I think that's a very, very fair comment as well. And I think looking through the comments here, there's already amazing questions, but one of them was it staged or was it purely just you, like it happened? And the audience wants to know, was it just an instinct when it all broke out?
Well, a lot of people ask me this question, considering now I'm designing my own reality show and will be shooting it in a couple of months, that our reality show is scripted. And let me tell you, my dear, it was not staged or planned or scripted.
Wow.
I was genuinely being cornered and ostracized on that show in that house. And it was a very natural, spontaneous, impromptu response and reaction to all the pressure on me. So it wasn't planned at all. Even those lines are just the way I speak. They were so spontaneous. So, it was all very, very on the spur. Nothing was planned.
Wow, that is insane. So that just makes it even more historic. But I guess coming back to, again, welcome to our channel, and thank you for being with us on Curry Traits. And tell all the other Curry Traits audiences, what makes you curry and what do you love about Curry Traits?
Well, I'll begin with telling you what do I love about Curry Traits. I like the fact that they heal with humor. Now, we all are fighting our own battles, right? Nobody's really as blissful as they might project to be. Some are more harrowed than the others, but we all are fighting our own battles. And I like the fact that Subtle Curry Traits tries to heal with humor. And I've done the same thing in my web series, Love Sutra, that I was talking about a while earlier. I've addressed some major relationship issues, from cheating to alcoholism to sex addiction, in a very humorous manner, because it kind of makes it more digestible, kind of makes it more fathomable. So I like that bit about Subtle Curry Traits, and that's what makes it very relatable to me. And that's how I agreed to be here on the live with you guys. And also, what makes me curry? Well, actually, I think the fact that I don't give up. I don't give up on myself. I don't give up on my dreams. I don't give up on people I idolize or I feel can help me, So I think the fact that I am persistent is what makes me curry. As you guys know, it's not been easy for me. I mean, this is, of course, within inner circles of the entertainment industry. People know how tough it's been for me. There have been a lot of roller coaster rides. There have been a lot of manipulations, a lot of targeting and cornering. But I'm grateful to the fact that, I never gave up on myself. And that's one thing that I would like to advise all the people who are watching. If you have a dream, if you have a vision, if you have a goal, please don't give up, because many times, just when you're about to give up, that's when tides turn. Things change in your favor, as Julius Caesar says, right? So hang in there and keep at it.
Come on, that's so good. And I think today is International Women's Day as well. So that's a great reminder and a great little shout out as well to all our women and men watching as well. So thank you for that share. And I guess, so you've gone from this superstar and this meme has blown up and now you're doing a few cool, amazing things, Pooja. Tell us firstly about your book. You've got a book, which is pretty awesome. We'd love to hear a bit about that.
Yes. So actually, I've authored 4 books
Wow.
2 years back, before the pandemic. And, ever since the pandemic hit us, I've been busy with so many things. But now I'm revamping and releasing the first book. It's called Yes, You Can Be a Reality Show Star, where I'm basically guiding aspirants, newbies, noobs, to actually get onto a reality show. And it's very interesting that whenever I used to go to events, pre-pandemic, of course, when there were a lot of events that I used to attend, people used to always come up to me and ask, that Pooja, ma'am, even we want to, be a part of reality shows. Can you guide us? Can you give us some tips? Is it scripted? I mean, my God, the questions were non-stop. So I said, okay, let me just write a book about it and make it more easier for people's curiosity to be satiated. So that's how this book came about. And I'm re-releasing it. I think it'll take a month and a half, 2 maximum. I've revamped it already. It's gone for its final edit and proofreading. We are reworking the cover. And fingers crossed, it should be out soon for you all to consume. In fact, I have a little preview into that book that I've given to Subtle Curry Traits to give off as an award for a giveaway that we are having. So I think you've already announced the giveaway. So the gift of the giveaway, which I've sponsored, is basically a preview into the book that I'm going to release in a month or 2. Yeah.
100%. So keep commenting and keep giving us your questions. We'll get to them in a moment, but the best questions, they're going to get a prize at the end. So stay tuned for that. But Pooja, one thing you said really piqued my interest, and that was you get a lot of questions from everyone, and you're going to love this question. What question did you hate the most that you go, oh, not this one again, or I've answered this 50 million times. Please don't ask me it again. Which question did you hate the most from everybody?
Actually, yeah, people kept on asking me, out of all the co-contestants on Big Boss, who are you still in touch with? Now, the thing is, I'm running my own production company. If you visit my Instagram handle at Pooja Misra Production, I'm posting a reel almost every day. And within that 30-second, I'm storytelling, right? So that takes up so much of my time. I contribute as a celebrity writer to 2 magazines back here in India, Perfect Woman and mypencil.com. And then I've got so many things that I'm doing. I don't have time to be in touch with the other co-contestants. There are a couple of them who I follow on Instagram and, kind of am updated about what's going on in their lives through social media. But I'm not in touch with anybody. I just don't have the time, So it's so exasperating when people keep on digging and asking, who are you in touch with? Well, actually, nobody currently. But it's not that I don't want to be in touch with them. I'm designing my own reality show. And I think that I would like to call some of them on the show as judges. So, in that respect, I'm very social and I'm a complete people's person. But of late, my schedule has been so jam-packed. I've just not had the time to be in touch with anybody. So, yeah, there you go.
There we go. No, that's a brilliant answer to that question. And also, so you mentioned you've got your own production stuff happening, and you've also mentioned your own course. Do you want to tell us a bit about that and what you're teaching with Spare Me the Crab mentality and how you came up with that name? It's a pretty cool name.
Yeah. So basically, what I'm doing is that, as the insiders of the industry do know, that, a lot of my dreams were, stolen and made somebody else's reality. It, instead of making me bitter, I use my pains and my challenges as something I want to help others with. So basically, this course that I've been so busy shooting almost every day is helping newcomers get a break in show business. And what makes it unique and one of a kind is that at the end of this online course, which can be attended by anybody from any part of the world, you can actually get a break in my reality show, which is called Spare Me the Crab Mentality. So a lot of people train you, acting classes, boot camps, blah, blah, blah. But nobody actually gives you a break, a platform to display your talent at the end of you being trained. So I'm doing that. And I'm doing that simply because I know how tough it can get. And I know how disillusioned one can get without proper handholding and mentoring. People manipulate you. People use you as a tool to, endorse their own self. I've had a lot of that happen to me. So here is a fair chance for anybody who wants to get into the entertainment business, wants to be rich and famous, to actually train with my online course, and at the end of which also get a break on my reality show, Spare Me the Crab Mentality, which is going to be on a lot of apps. I already have broadcast partners in place, and there are going to be lakhs of people watching that show. So, so I've devoted myself to make, a lot of newcomers' dreams come true, because I know my dreams have been stolen and my dreams have been manipulated. So, like I said, I don't want to let my experiences embitter me. Instead, I want to use them to help others.
Come on, that's so good. And speaking of dreams, there's many in our audience watching and in our community who'll watch this later who have big dreams, big aspirations, and they will, they see you, they see what you've done. What three key things would you give them to keep going, to push forward, even when it's tough and when they don't have that breakthrough come through?
Okay, so the first thing I would suggest is self-awareness. You need to be aware of what do you stand for, what are your challenges, what are your goals, and a strategy that will get you there. So self-awareness, and sometimes in that department, even I get a little clouded. So I keep a lot of friends around me, my followers on Instagram. They keep on updating me with where I've gone wrong or if I'm perceiving something wrong. And I'm so grateful to them to, help me out when I get blinded. So first thing is self-awareness. Second thing is a lot of research. If you want to do a photo shoot, you better have a mood board in place. If you want to do a reality show, you better, binge watch all the previous seasons so that you know what are you in for and how others have performed. And you make sure you don't perform like that. Otherwise, you'll just be another fish in the sea of sameness. So to be unique, to be different, make sure you do your background check, self-awareness, background check and research. And then last but not the least, confidence and an impactful performance. When you do get the opportunity, please do understand in the entertainment business, there is, more supply than demand. So there are a lot of people who want to break in, but there are not so many opportunities for them to actually get a break. So in an industry where there is more supply than demand, you need to use every small opportunity that's presented to you and make it work in your favor. So that's why when you do get an opportunity, an audition, or any opportunity where you feel you can, use that to get to your goal, you should grab it, speak up, give your best, and on God leave the rest. What else can I say? So yeah, these three things, self-awareness, research, and impactful performance.
Come on, self-awareness, research, impactful performance. Take notes, folks. That's absolute gold and wisdom straight from Pooja. So that's incredible. Thank you for sharing, Pooja. I think it's time to get into some of these questions from the audience. So keep sending them through. There's heaps that have come through here. But let's see, is there any that stand out to you, Pooja, that you can see? Otherwise, I'm happy to kind of pick through a couple there. So
Okay.
I like with this one here, about your hairstyle. How do you prepare your hair and get it so perfect each time? I think was a
Okay,
question up the top.
so last night I went to sleep really late. I think I went to bed at 2 in the morning and I got up at 6:45. So I hardly got 5 hours of sleep. I was quite groggy. So I said, what do I do with my hair today? Because I love changing my hairstyles. I hate the same boring straight hair. It's very boring. So I just pulled it up and I did a top knot and I took some, cream, hair cream, and I just kind of swept up all the flyaways and I used a bobby pin to tuck it and make it neat. And yes, there you go. That's how I did my hair this morning.
That's so good. Hopefully that's the answer that they wanted. I think another quick question is, how do you deal with enemies mocking you? That's a very good question. So when enemies come and they're really mocking and attacking you, it's a great one here from, I think it's, yeah. So how would you answer that one?
Well, I feel that you need to kind of understand that you are better than them. That's why they mock at you. You are better than them. That's why they use you as a tool to endorse themselves. Like, I'm not freaking a confession mouthpiece. You know what I mean? I'm not here to get you movies. I'm here to get myself movies. So stop using me like a tool. And that happens a lot, and it's very heartbreaking. So it's tough. It's tough. But at the same time, you need to believe in yourself. You need to kind of be committed to your goal enough to break all these blockages that come in your way. Like in my way, they come in more than others, but I can't give up so late in the day when I've invested so much of time, money, energy. So you got to just keep going and know that you're better than them. That's why they're doing all this, and the moment you know that, you realize your worth and none of the negativity gets absorbed in your psyche. You just take it as a compliment. Or you're abusing me, or you're saying I don't look good, that just means I'm fucking fabulous. So thank you so much, but I'll take that as a compliment and just keep going.
Come on. No, that's very strong. And I think that's the attitude you need to have to enemies and anybody who's trying to pull you down. So that's a great answer. Again, guys, keep commenting your answers. There's some really good ones coming through. I guess another one is, again, reality TV shows versus Bollywood. Again, was your aspirations always Bollywood, and are you happy with reality TV shows, or what advice would you have for someone who's going for Bollywood? Is reality TV a good place to start?
Definitely. Actually, I didn't want to get into the reality television sphere, very honestly, because it's too freaking controversial, unpredictable, volatile, and all of that. I much prefer doing neat, clean, impactful edutainment kind of work, right? But somehow I stumbled my way into reality television, and then that's where I found my niche. It was all very accidental. And as far as Bollywood is concerned, I've been confirmed for more than 30 movies in Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Punjabi, Marathi, Indo-Western, offbeat films, Hollywood collaborated films, and they were stolen away from me, and that really hurts my heart because I work so hard, So those 30 films prove that Bollywood wants me to be a part of it. They have sent me innumerable invitations to be a movie star, but there have been a lot of blockages in the way. There have been some people who manipulated and made sure I'm kept out of it. But I'm determined, and reality television as a foundation stone to get into movies is brilliant because, a lot of people get spotted through reality television. Now, if you have a look at a lot of people overseas, like Harry Styles, we've got so many other girls. Beyonce also started off with a reality show. So many people who are today considered as huge celebrities, international icons, started off from reality television. So I think that it's a great platform to get spotted on, get discovered on, and thereby with your consistency and hard work, you can carve your way into the movie industry.
Wow, come on, that's so wise and so good. And Pooja, one other final thing we'll talk about as well is you've got a song that you've released. Is that correct? So you've gone from online courses to books, and you've got a song as well called "Hotter Than Me," I believe. Do you want to tell us a bit about how you got into there and how people can find more about the song as well?
Yes. You know, when I came out of Big Boss around a decade back, I wanted to make a song. And then I sat with lyricists, multiple lyricists, and I tried to etch out a song, right? And my God, we went from it being called Spare Me to whatnot. And then finally, we boiled down on the name Hotter Than You. Okay. So it's
Wow.
basically a song which is a peppy dance track. It's a dance anthem. And that's because I feel people tend to get bogged down and the energy levels deplete by the everyday challenges they face. So I wanted to make a song that pumps them up. That's like a pep pill for them, right? So that's why Hotter Than You. And it's got a bit of an autobiographical rap in it. So I started shooting for the music video, and then the pandemic happened. And again, there were a lot of blockages and delays. But I'm hoping, considering I've got very good response for the song, and guys, do check it out. Just go on YouTube and type Hotter Than You. That's HOTTERTHANYOU, Pooja Misra, POOJAMISRA. And you will come to the audio of the song, which has been released. I'm working on the music video. And do let me know what do you think about it in the comments, because, you know, there's this lady called Caroline in New Zealand who works for Universal Music, which is one of the biggest music companies worldwide. And she says, Pooja, I'm hooked onto your song. And she doesn't even understand Hindi. And my song is
Wow.
half English, half Hindi, right? But she's like, I love it. I hear it all the time. Where are you making the music video? We are dying to see it. So, you know, it's love and appreciation like this that eggs me on to actually go out there and fight with the world and make the music video. So wish me luck. I'm planning to make the music video in a couple of months whenever this whole pandemic situation improves a little bit. I've had a lot of deaths in my family because of the pandemic, you know, so my family is really paranoid. They still don't let me step out and stuff. All the things are opening up in India now. So when things calm down, I'd love to shoot the video. And the song has been one hell of an experience, and I've got some amazing feedback for it. So I just want all the people watching right now to go to YouTube and check it out and let me know their thoughts.
Absolutely. So those watching now, those that'll be watching later, check it out. Give some feedback because yeah, it's going to be awesome, and we're looking forward to the music video. On that as well, Pooja, you know, it's definitely been tough this year for Indians. A lot of people in South Asia and around the world with the pandemic. What encouragement do you have through these tough times as they continue to pursue their dreams as we close out as well?
It has definitely slowed down everything. Okay, the pandemic has definitely slowed down so many things. And in fact, a third wave is expected in October, I'm told, by very reliable resources. So, you know, just when we think, oh, it's all over and we can go out and do our thing, you know, we might just be hit by another wave. So, guys, all I want to say is please be careful. Please follow the protocols of the country you're in, and you know, don't take the whole opening up from the lockdown very casually. Wear your mask and maintain your distance and keep washing your hands and all of that. But definitely the pandemic has been a big challenge for all of us. But you know, it's also led to a couple of good things, like people have started spending more time with their family. Like for me, the positive aspect of COVID was that I was spending more time at home. I've got this beautiful 3-floor bungalow with a huge garden where I stay, right? So I used to never have time to actually go into my own garden and smell the flowers and see the herbs and kind of explore which all plants are here, right? So in the pandemic, I realized that there's so many beautiful things here that the world should know about. And I started this series called A Walk in My Garden, which unfortunately I haven't shot in a while because I've been so busy with the online course, but I hope to get back to it. So I discovered my own garden. I discovered nature. And all that is very important to keep you calm. People ask me, Pooja, what inspires you? Which movie did you watch? Which inspired you? Which web series did you watch that inspired you? Do you know, I do not watch any content lately because I'm so busy creating my own. What inspires me is nature. What inspires me
Wow.
is the chirping of the bird in my garden when I'm having my tea, the lush green trees swaying to the breeze. All this inspires me, and if you go back and check in books like Power of the Subconscious Mind, where they're talking about how your subconscious mind, which pretty much is the creative headquarter of anybody's body, is totally, charged by nature, and they tell you to return to nature. So there you go. The pandemic got me in sync with nature. That was the only positive thing. Otherwise, everything was really quite shitty.
No, it's a good way to look at it, and obviously getting into nature, God's creation, and just appreciating the little things. I think that's very wise and very awesome. And all the people that are watching, get out, enjoy the nature, enjoy the birds. And there's still so much more to life. So don't let that get you down. But Pooja, just want to say thank you so much for joining us on Curry Traits today. Our audience loved it. Let's show us some appreciation in the comments as well. Guys, if you don't follow Pooja, check her out on Instagram, chuck her a follow, watch her stuff on the YouTube, her new song, which is Hotter Than Me. Also, just keep an eye out for her online course. Her book is coming out as well. And to those lucky ones who put some comments in, you're going to get a free giveaway today as well. But thank you so much, Pooja. Any last final words for our audience before we close it out there?
Well, I just want to say I love Australia. And there was another company called Grey Lions, which makes some really cool merchandise, who got me to endorse their relaunch. So Australia has always, presented me with opportunities to connect with Australians who are very laid back and chilled out people, according to how I perceive them. So I just want to say that I love you guys, and please keep your love flowing, because that's what keeps me going. That's about it.
I love it. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Pooja. Thank you for all that tuning, and we'll catch you guys soon in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye.